It's officially here. Texas Tech football is back, and in today's video, we'll preview game number 1 of the 2025 campaign for your number 23 Texas Tech Red Raiders, set to play under the lights of Jones AT&T on Saturday night against the University of Arkansas Pine Bluff. What you need to know about the Golden Lions, who are some marquee players for them, as well as what Texas Tech needs to do to get off to a hot start. Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's RC Maxfield here for the Red and Black Report. Appreciate y'all tuning in to today's video, and man, it feels good. I get it. It's University of Arkansas Pine Bluff, but we're talking about a damn game. We're not talking about the what-ifs anymore. We're talking about actual games on the field, and I am excited as hell for that. There's a lot to discuss. Few names we need to know for Arkansas Pine Bluff. It's interesting in terms of the Golden Lions and where they're at. Lay the groundwork for you. They are a 3-9 football team from last season from the SWAC. They lose quite a bit of production. They went into the portal. They got some guys from the FCS level, whatever it may be. They bring in some guys that are, in their hopes, trying to elevate the program. And I like their coach. He's done a solid job with the resources he's had. Joey McGuire actually has some connections to the offensive coordinator from his time at Baylor. But we'll jump in and discuss 3 players that you need to watch for UAPB. And we're going to start on the offensive side of the football with B.J. Curry, their running back. He's 5'9", 195, a junior. Last year, he had 123 carries, 509 yards, 4 TDs, 13 catches, and 199 yards receiving. Now, 85 of those receiving yards came on one play. That being said, he's the leading returning rusher for them, second leading returning wide receiver, receiver, I should say. He's a good focal point of their offense, averaged north of 4 yards per carry last season as a sophomore. The interesting part about UAPB, and I'll just be blunt and honest with you, I have no idea who they're going to start at quarterback, and neither does Texas Tech right now, because the coach for UAPB actually came out and said, yeah, we may not let them know until game time who we're starting at quarterback. So you're not going to hear me talk about a quarterback in this preview. That being said, there are a couple of guys that you need to know on offense. Obviously, B.J. Curry, but then you've got Jalen Witcher. He's 5'10", 180, a senior. He has arguably the most interesting stat page I have seen from legitimately damn near anybody in my time of like looking at other teams. It is fascinating. So let me lay the groundwork here. In his freshman season, he had 80 catches, 1,120 yards, and 12 touchdowns, okay? Freshman season, 80 catches, 1,120 yards, 12 touchdowns, all right? The next 3 seasons combined, he is going into his redshirt senior season. He has a total of 10 catches and 1 touchdown. He is fascinating, but those 3 years were at Delaware. He moves into UAPB. Now he's going to be the leading wide receiver for the Golden Lions, at least presumably. He is the name to watch from a playmaker on the outside perspective for the Golden Lions under the lights at Jones AT&T on Saturday night. We move on to the defense. Really one guy I want to talk about here, and it's Quentin Sterling. He's 5'11", 210. He's a senior. Last year had 64 total tackles, 6 pass breakups. He is the best returning defender in terms of tackles for the Golden Lions. Really solid pass defender as well at the SWAC level. How will that translate against guys for Texas Tech? We shall see. But he is the guy on defense I'm watching most. And again, I don't know who's going to be the starting quarterback for them, and neither does Texas Tech. So it's going to be fascinating to watch on that front. When it comes to the starting quarterback for the Red Raiders, we know who that's going to be. And this is the starting offense that Texas Tech will send out there for the first series against the Golden Lions under the lights of Jones AT&T Stadium at 6:30 p.m. Central Time on ESPN+, okay? You've got Reggie Virgil, incoming transfer. Howard Sampson, transfer. Will Jados, transfer. You've got Jacob Ponton beating out one of the incoming transfers and winning that right tackle spot, Terrence Carter Jr. He's playing at the tight end spot alongside John Carlos Miller II, who will play more snaps there. I think it depends on the game archetype. right? And then you've got Jacoby Williams and Cam Dickey. They are in or situation at the running back position for the Red Raiders going into this matchup with Quentin Joyner now out for the season due to an ACL injury, okay? We move on over. Let's look at the defense now. And we talked about this in terms of a previous video here, but I think it's important, especially going into week 1. What does the depth chart look like for Texas Tech? Okay. Obviously, the talking point is the defensive line. We'll get there here in just a second. But the or situation right now on the defense is just that of the cornerback spot between Mo Horn and another transfer from this time UTEP, Amir Boyd Jr., okay? Amir Boyd Jr. has been one of the talks of camp. He is a guy that I am very, very intrigued on and where he plays and how much he plays. He's a guy that I think you could play in nickel-type situations, but it's going to be fascinating to watch who gets more snaps between Mo Horn and Amir Boyd Jr. I think it's going to be a good, problem to have. I mean, you haven't had depth in your secondary in a long time, and it looks like you have at least 5 guys you trust, if not 6, depending on how you feel about Macho Stevenson as the third-string corner behind Mo Horn and Amir Boyd. When it comes to transfers, let's run through it. The aforementioned Amir Boyd Jr., you've got Cole Wisniewski, you've got Bryce Pollock, you've got Dante Balfour, and then, of course, you've got the defensive line. Your starting defensive line is comprised of all transfers, and it is a top 10 defensive line on paper in college football. You have 4 pros playing on your defensive lines in terms of starting, and that does not include the backups that you have in terms of you feel pretty good about them getting reps as well, whether that's Charles Esters III, Jaden Cofield, A.J. Holmes Jr., who was 3rd last year in interior QB pressures in the Big 12, only behind one other player, and then at number 1, Lee Hunter. So you got 2 of the top 3 interior pass rushers in the Big 12 according to QB pressures on your defensive line, and one of them is a backup. That should tell you how good Skylar Gill-Howard is. Then you've got Romello Height starting there, but you've got Terrell Tillman as the backup. You've got Chetta O'Feely. You've got Amir Washington, Duda Banks. You are legitimately at least 11 deep on your defensive line, something that Texas Tech has not had maybe in its history, right? But at least in the past quarter century. Okay, this is a phenomenal defense, and it's led by the front 7. Talked about the starting 4 there in terms of David Bailey, Lee Hunter, Skill Howard, and Romello Height a ton this offseason. But I'd be remiss not to mention the other guys that are going to help make this defense go. And, of course, it's the linebackers with maybe the surprise of camp in terms of winning out a job, John Curry. I knew he was talented. I knew he was going to play a role on the Texas Tech defense. But if at the beginning of camp you were to tell me that he would win the star job, I probably would have been hesitant of that. But that's where we're at now. The Coronado High School Lubbock native will be the starting star for the Red Raiders, number 6, beating out A.J. McCarty and Makel Dingle at the star position. But then you have Ben Roberts, and then the guy that makes your defense go. The Big 12 preseason Defensive Player of the Year, Jacob Rodriguez. In my opinion, people, this defense is going to really make this team go. This is going to be a defensive team, and I get it. You're playing UAPB. I truly do. And there's not even a line for this game at this point, okay? You should win by 50, but I think there's some things that I'm looking out for, and the most notably is this, the quick start. There has to be a quick start for Texas Tech in this game in the sense of there's a lot of people out there that are still weary of that ACU debacle last year. I mean, Joey McGuire said he thought he was going to have to, receive medical attention on the sideline damn near for what was happening last year in that game. That being said, UAPB, you should beat the absolute you-know-what out of them. Okay, they were 3-9 in the SWAC last year. You went out and added arguably the best portal class we have seen in modern college football, and you did so most notably in the trenches. You have to dominate the line of scrimmage. I think Texas Tech will, and I think the Red Raiders absolutely enforce their will and make it an absolute party out at the Jones on Saturday night. My score prediction in this one is 62-10. And I think that touchdown for UAPB comes in absolute garbage time. Okay, so I think the Red Raiders manhandled the Golden Lions, and I think they move on to 1-0 as the number 23 team in the country, ready to face off against Kent State. The Golden Flashes, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments there, but I think they're the Golden Flashes. Doesn't matter, though. Can't look ahead. UAPB, but I do think Texas Tech wins 62-10 when it's all said and done at the Jones on Saturday night. All right, be sure to drop your score prediction down in the comments below. And if you haven't already, be sure to like the video and hit that subscribe button. I looked at it again today. 42% of the people that don't, or 42% of the people that watch these videos do not subscribe to the Red and Black Report. What are we doing? Hit it. It's 100% free in terms of subscribing to the channel. And if you don't end up liking it a few weeks from now, not going to hurt my feelings. Go ahead, unsubscribe. I get it. There's other great content in the Texas Tech space that may be more for you. That's 100% okay. But at least give us a shot. The easiest way to do that is like the video and hit that subscribe button. All right. I'm RC Maxfield reminding you, as always, stay safe in Wreck 'em Tech.